Hi guys, welcome back to Benmore CrossFit at home. We've got another open workout, an old open workout. I had to dig back into the archives to find this one. This one's from 2011 apparently, and well before I ever heard of CrossFit. So let's zoom in and have a look at it. So it's open 11.1. Looks like it's exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. It's a 10-minute AMRAP. So for those of you who are relatively new or just joining us, that is in 10 minutes, do as many reps as possible. Basically, you put a timer on for 10 minutes and just go do as much work as you can. Do 30 double unders. If you're not going to double under in this workout, then it's 75 single unders. 15 power snatch, RX weight for the guys is 35 kgs, RX weight for the girls is 25 kgs. So it's a relatively light power snatch. And of course, with it being a power snatch, you don't need a squat. Don't worry, I'll go through all of the movements in just a moment. And in the limited equipment version, again, it's 10-minute AMRAP. And if you don't have a skipping rope, then you will do 30 jumping jacks. And then if you don't have a barbell, you will do 15 and you will use an odd object power snatch. Now, an odd object can be kettlebell, dumbbell, stuffed rucksack, pots of paint, jugs of milk, whatever. Okay. This is really good, this one. I really enjoyed this one. I had to really push very hard, particularly in round 3. I was about 5 minutes in by that stage and I was just like, need to get going here. I had to really dig deep. So it was one of those workouts that I find it easy to push. Kind of has motivation to just keep going. So I really enjoyed it. Anyway, we'll debrief afterwards. So warm up, 5 minutes of cardio, whatever you normally use. Go run, go bike, go row if you've got those machines. Do a bunch of jumping jacks, do a bunch of burpees. Just do something for 5 minutes to get your heart rate up and get your body temperature up. Let's see if my little helper wants to join in too. Maybe, probably not. Erin, do you want to join in the warm up? Obviously something on YouTube far too interesting. Okay, so we've got 3 parts to our warm-up, and then we'll go through a bunch of drills, and then you can go get the warm-up. Okay, so it is 10 jumping air squats, followed by 5 burpees. So an air squat looks like this. Chest up, feet approximately hip to shoulder width apart, tummy fat, sit down, bending your bum first, moving from your bum first, and then jump. Okay. Don't worry so much if you're not going past parallel in these ones. It's more the aerobic exercises jumping up, so it's an important bit. Followed by 5 burpees. Fall flat on the ground, get back up again, looks like this. Okay. If a burpee feels like it's a difficult movement for you, try it down up. Down up looks like this. Either way, make sure you jump at the end. Now, so 10 jumping air squats, 5 burpees, 2 times. Then we've got our good mornings. So good morning, feet approximately hip width apart, up tight, tummy really fat. Take your little finger, put it in the belly button. Take your thumb, put it in your sternum. Bend over, keeping your legs. You might have a slight kink in your leg, but broadly keeping your legs straight. So you're not doing this. Okay, so keep your legs straight, bend from the hip. And the reason you're doing this is to make sure that as you bend, that gap doesn't get any smaller. So you're not going like this, because the gaps are really small. Okay, so 10 good words. And go down to the point where you feel like, if you go any further, either, well, you just can't because your hamstrings are really tight, or that space just before it might start to close down. That's your point. Okay. So 10 good mornings, followed by 5 pass-throughs. Pass-through looks like this. Widen up your feet as much as you need to. I mean, this is a bit ridiculous, but feel free to go slightly outside the width of your shoulders if you have to. Again, keep your legs straight, fold onto the floor, walk out to your plank. From here, push your bum in the air. You're going to go into downward dog. Keep your arms really straight. Push your bum up in the air as much as you can. Push your shoulders through, not just your head, but push your shoulders through. And then turn to the left. And then turn to the right. Keeping your legs straight. Step up. Okay. Pass through. So 10 good mornings, 5 pass through. Do that twice. Then we've got our dead bug. So we've got our core activation type warm up here. So dead bugs. Dead bugs are great. Maybe we should all do more dead bugs. So start off by lying on the floor. You'll have the small of your back, and you'll be able to put your hand in underneath. You want to get rid of that space. So tilt your pelvis up, get rid of that space. Lift your legs up. Thighs don't come past vertical, so like this, like this. Calves are horizontal. Arms go up. Opposite arms and legs. Don't actually put your heel on the ground, okay? And don't actually put your thumb on the ground either. Just pause that little moment before they touch. Okay. So 20 dead bugs, followed by 20 bird dogs. Bird dog. Kind of the same movement, just the other way around. So you get into go into all fours. Lift opposite arms and legs. When you get to this position, really squeeze your bum at the top. Come back down. Try not to rush through these movements. So 20 dead bug, 20 bird dog. And then 30 fire hydrants. Now it's 30 per side. Okay? So it depends how you want to think about it. You might want to think like 10 dead bug per side, 10 bird dog per side. That's fine. But this is 30 per side, 60 total fire hydrants. And the reason I split it up like this is you should do your fire hydrants on one side only, not before you move on to the other side. Whereas in the other two, you alternate. So fire hydrant, really straightforward. Start all fours. Lift your knee out to the side as far as you can without your hips turning around, okay? So keep everything square, lift your knee out as far as you can. Push your ankle back, making sure that it's lower than your knee, so it's not like up here someplace. Leg back round again, and in. Up. Okay. 30 of those on one side, and 30 of those on the other. And what I said, we're doing the whole thing twice. Okay. Then the last piece of our warm-up is our pipe shoulder routine. So take a brush handle, PVC pipe, doesn't really matter what it is, and you know you're holding the pipe in your snatch grip whenever the pipe is in your crease. The crease of where when you bend, there it is. Straight arms, too narrow, too wide, just right. Okay. From here, we're going to just pass it through 10 times. So all the way around 10 times. Okay. Once you've done that 10 times, then we're going to do round the world. So you take one side of the bar, you keep it planted, and then you pass the other hand out front of your face and around the back of your head, and you keep your arms and elbows, keep your elbows straight the whole time, keep your fists locked on the bar the whole time. So do that 5 times one way, and then 5 times the other way, and then repeat the whole thing twice. Okay. So let's start off with, just going to keep this out actually, let's start off with some skill drills for double unders. Now if you did our skills thing yesterday and you chose to do some double unders, great. And even, but one thing to note, this sort of workout is not the workout where you practice double unders. Okay, so sometimes you'll see us say, if you've got one double under, we want you to do, try your best in the workout. This is a sprint workout. So yes, absolutely, if you're practicing your double unders and you're getting close, by all means, in the warm-up part we're about to go through now, practice them, of course. I would recommend that you revert to single unders, because otherwise you could just spend 4 minutes trying to get 30 double unders, and then you've missed the intended stimulus of the workout. And you've just basically done a whole bunch of, you've tried to do a whole bunch of double unders for 10 minutes, and that's not the workout. So by all means, practice in this skill part now, but if you can't at least do 15 double unders unbroken, I would revert back to single unders for the workout itself. Okay, but doesn't mean you don't practice now. So let's start off with, I'll start off with showing you double unders, and then I'll break it down into a few component parts. Okay. That always happens, every time. Okay. So my chest is up, my tummy is tight, my knees are close, ankles are together, and the only thing that really is moving is my upper body and the wrists, and that's where you get the movement from. Okay. So we're going to start off with practicing our pogoing. So our pogoing is just this. Tummy is tight, chest is tight, sorry, chest is up, pretty straightforward. Then we're going to go into our pogo with double taps. So spend a few minutes getting that rhythm. And then, if you want to, you can practice the slow single unders. Slow single unders help you get the height associated with the double under. So a slow single under, and I'm terrible at these. See? Okay, so the intention behind the slow single under is you get the height needed for your double under. The only thing you then, once you've got your height, the only thing you need to then do is just practice spinning it around twice. Okay, so take a few minutes, get yourself again warmed up, going through those double under drills. If you have 15 double unders that you can do unbroken, maybe even 10, by all means go for the double unders in the workout. If you've only got 1 or 2, then in the workout itself, go for single unders. Okay, back to the pipe. So we're going to go through something called the Virginer warm-up, and the sequence looks like this. So we start off with our snatch, exactly the same width that we had for our pass-throughs, yeah? And we start off deadlift. So our hips go back first. We bring the bar down. Keep your chest up. We bring the bar down to our mid shins. Chest is up, and we stand. 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 From here, I'm going to say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. From here, you're then going to say, high and outside. High and outside. So we're keeping the bar close to our chest, and we're leaning with our elbows. High and outside. High and outside. Hey, William.
Yeah?
You can hear me a minute?
Yeah?
You grab this red pipe. Grab that pen. Snatch position. You stand opposite me. Right. High and outside. And keep going. And keep going. Right. So you see the way William is able to bring your elbows round a bit more? No, keep your arms out. Reset. Go a little bit wider in your grip. Okay. Bring your elbows. So high and outside, high and outside, high and outside. There. Chest up. Okay. So you see the way William is able to bring his elbows up. Sorry, I'm rat. You see the way William is able to bring his elbows up and up higher than I can? It's because William's 9 years old, is more flexible. Okay, the point is, your class dismissed. The point is that keeping your elbows high and to the outside, and bring them up as much as you can. And I mean, I can notice that I can bring my elbows up higher on my left hand side, and Sarah's really good at this. Hey, 20 odd years at the desk. Okay, so high and outside, high and outside. And then from here, we'll go muscle snatch. So you initiate in exactly the same way, and then we keeping the bar really close to us, we punch it over our heads. So we lead with our elbows. Whenever our elbows can't move anymore, then you punch with your wrists, bring it up. And you want to keep that as straight as possible. Okay, so the whole thing looks like this. I'm going to do 5 reps per movement, and you should try and follow along at the same pace. Deadlift, 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 deadlift. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. High and outside, high and outside, high and outside, high and outside, high and outside. Muscle snatch, muscle snatch, muscle snatch, muscle snatch, muscle snatch. Okay. Repeat that twice. Let's have a look at some options associated with an odd object. Let me just get something. Okay. So we've got 2 options here. Everyone's going to do the same movements. So, if you're working with a barbell, you will do exactly what we've just done in the burger warm-up. Deadlift, 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 shrug, 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 high outside, high outside, high outside, muscle snatch, muscle snatch, muscle snatch. Okay. If you're doing it with a kettlebell or a dumbbell or an odd object, it's exactly the same. Deadlift, 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 shrug, 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 high and outside, high and outside, high and outside. This might be too heavy. This is too heavy for one arm. Okay. If you can, muscle snatch, muscle snatch, muscle snatch. And then the whole thing goes together like this. Now, if you're doing it with an odd object and you're working on one side, be sure to warm up both sides, and in the workout, I would alternate. Now, last tip for our drills is make sure that you jump at the point at which the bar comes to your hips. Make sure you jump. So, what I mean by that is imagine I've got my weight on the bar, and the bar is resting on the ground. I deadlift, I shrug, and at this point, I should jump, and it helps the weight go up. So like this. Similarly, with the kettlebell, and that little jump just helps those two things. One, it helps you open up your hips a little bit more, and it helps the weight get projected up. Okay, we're getting there team. Should be pretty warmed up. Bring it on in, Sarah. Lastly, I want you to do Z rounds. It's 2 rounds. 2 rounds, Z rounds. I wrote that up whenever I was down. 2 rounds of 20 double unders or 50 skips, as in single unders, followed by 7 snatch. Do it fast, do it twice, and that's your warm up for the workout. You want to get your heart rate up, you want to get your body prepared, you want to get the adrenaline going, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to go into this completely flat out first round and then you just die. So, do this warm up, test yourself, make sure your weight's good, and give yourself 90 seconds between having done this, and then just go for it. To give you guys something to target, I think anywhere between, I think 5 rounds plus is really good. I got 4.5 rounds. I got 4 rounds plus my double unders and then no snatch. So somewhere in that region is probably really good if you can do 5. So I got 210 reps, Sarah got 172 reps. Sarah?
On the 2 rounds practice, if they're not doing skipping, they do 20 jumping jacks.
Great. Yes, if that's a very good point. So if you're not skipping, it's 20, because the jumping jacks and the double unders are the same volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Anything else?
Oh, I don't think so.
And in terms of the workout itself, I mean, if you can go completely unbroken on your power snatch, just beast it out. Probably break it up into 7s and 8s, or 3 sets of 5 even. That's what I did. Okay, hope you have fun. This is a great workout. Really enjoyed it. It's always good to test yourself with an open workout, and it works. It acts as a really good benchmark because you can come back and go, right, okay, did I beat my score last time? Have fun. Go get it. Any questions? Give us a shout. See you for the next one.